They see it moving and they looking so surprised now. I just came up the devil when I never planned on settling. No, this here ain't for pretend. No, I stand up, I never win. Such a different ways to win. This here ain't no scratching win, no scratching win. I put in the time for it. Yeah, keeping the vibe going. Yeah, need every dime for it. Trying to take care of my mind for it. I'm grinding, so I gotta try, gotta make it. That's the one thing on my mind. Know that it's gonna take some time. Know that I gotta go get it though. Ooh, they don't wanna see you shine. They don't wanna see your blessing. They might pray on your demise, but you can't let up. I'ma make it, that's the truth. Watch the kid do what I do. If they talking, I'm ready, I'm ready. No. Cause I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. Oh. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. Oh. To get my mind, yeah, you gotta say something. To get my heart back, baby, you gotta say something. My skinny jeans, your leggings, no two gon' do better. But you gotta love yourself first before I can be that nigga. Throw a little, gotta search, get in touch with your feelings. Now you hate your 9 to 5, you live in the catch the vibe. I'll be your Mufasa, I'm your Leo, I'm your lion. I don't really care about your health or your diet. No, you hate working sick and tired. I can be the vibe you tryna find in my mind. Yeah, you gotta say something to get my heart back, baby. You gotta say something. Say nothing, I'll find it through someone new. I close my eyes and I just hope it's you. Hope it's you. You gotta say something. Whole house looking like a scene that ain't insecure. Talk about dreams, but you think it fair. Floating through life cause it's sink or swim. Take what you want by the horns and ride. You only want truth, but they told you lies. Get on your knees when you pray to God, and that's a capital G when I'm saying God. Really want me, then I say it's time. Spitting that flame like it's 99. All the girls from the 99 to 2000s know what's up when it's time to grind. You don't call or text me ever. Girl, I gotta see some effort. I don't mean no wine on Friday when we chillin' watching Netflix. Your mind, yeah. You gotta say something to get my heart back, baby. You gotta say something. Say nothing, I'll find it through someone new. I close my eyes and I just hope it's you. Hope it's you. You gotta say something. Lost too much, too soon to sit and keep quiet. Can't watch you walk out, you someone that I vibe with. No IG posting, we just moving in silence. Get them out a minute, and I finally found mine. Yeah. You gotta say something to get my heart back, baby. You gotta say something. Say nothing, I'll find it through someone new. I close my eyes and I just hope it's you. Hope it's you. You gotta say something. Can you take me on a journey, not talking about physical? Baby, show me some mental love. All I wanna do is be alone with you. All I wanna do is be alone with you. Now, baby, I give you permission. Mentally explicit, right our future through your vision. Baby, I trust you. Sketch my body, pay attention to my curves. My curves, my curves. Show me that real love. Checking you in up the hill love. More than physical feel love. Can you give me that real love? Checking you in up the hill love. More than physical feel love. Can you give me that real love? Physical attraction, imagination's running wild. The thought you'll be here with me. Shape it darker, baby. Use your hands to mold and shape me. I can be a masterpiece, but listen to me. 50 shades of gray. Hold me up against the wall. Fire me, take it all. Give me that real love. Show me that real love. So I'm talking about the real love. Give me that real love. Show me that real Can you bring me that real love? Bring me the real love. Can you show me that real love? Show me that real love. Said I'm talking about the real love. More than physical feel love. Come on, bring me the real love. Can you show me that real love? Checking doing up the hill. Can you show me that real love? Come on, bring me. Checking doing up the hill love. More than physical feel love. Can you give me that real love? You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus on WTMA. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus only on WTMA.
And welcome to WTMH Radio Spotlight of Columbus. My name is Patrice. We have
William Ryan.
And
what's up? We got Raven. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you at first. I had to turn your meters on. I'm sorry. I'm over here trying to get it together, man.
So how is everybody doing today? Thank you so much for joining us again for another 2 hours of Spotlight of Columbus. We actually have a few people coming in today. We
Nice
actually
little
have
roster.
someone that was with us before, Keely. He'll be here today, but he's bringing 3 other guests with him. And William, who's your guest today that's coming in?
His name is actually, I just said it. I just said it.
Akili?
No, it's not. His name is Eli Banks.
Eli Banks.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Eli Banks.
All right. And what does Eli do?
He's actually a R&B artist. He's actually, I met him through Trig that was here last week.
There they are.
It actually came through, and he spoke to him earlier, and I had to get him on the show. So he's actually the song that you heard before the 2 songs before the intro. Something new.
Oh,
Or
okay.
say something.
Say something.
So
Come on.
yeah.
Come on in.
What's good
We
with you, brother?
just was talking about
how
you.
are you?
Hi, how are you? And again, we were speaking about who we were going to have on the show. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can hear you. Okay, put your headphones
Where's
on.
it at? Okay.
There we
Hello.
go. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
I got that. I'm Akili. Akili Cooper with Jahi, fashion brand, women's
Yes. And
high fashion brand,
high fashion.
Yes.
High fashion.
Columbus owned.
And who else do we have today?
My name is Amber.
Hi, Amber. How are you today?
I'm good. How's everybody?
Good.
I'm from Unique Productions.
Okay.
I do a little bit of everything. So I do kids, I do women, I do men's. I'm a little bit all over the place.
So you got all the designing skills, huh?
I do a little bit.
So we were just actually going over, as far as how, well, actually we were getting ready to start going over as far as Spotlight of Columbus and all the talent that we've actually brought on. Akili is someone that we've had on before. And of course, I told him as soon as he's ready to come back, as immediately, because we love him. He's truly, truly family. I mean, like grade school family.
Oh.
So one of the things we wanted to talk about today was, I know you had a lot, because the last time we talked, Akili, I was saying I want you to come back and tell us all of the things that you have going on as far as with the fashion, what's coming up this year, how you're going to end this year. And I know you had a lot of things up in the air, and I heard a lot of stuff now is concrete.
Yeah.
So we can actually know what's going on now.
Yeah. I know last time we were here, I had mentioned the
brunch.
designer brunch. And that happened, and it was successful.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say too much on the air because it was a private event just for
Right.
The fashion designers in Columbus, the ones that I had thought of at the top of my head. There were a few favorites that I did miss, but it's something that hopefully can happen annually. It was just something to support all the designers in Columbus.
Well, with the pictures you took, it looks like you guys had a good time.
Oh, we had so much fun. We had so much fun. It was like uplifting too, because we only see each other at shows, and some people think that it is a like a catty like situation with designers, and it's really not. I mean, you get designers that are artists, but it was good to see the human behind the art. So,
well, with most of you guys, I know you guys, so I don't know. I guess it's always been family with a lot of us, even with the models. But I know we have our other entities that come into effect. It makes it, sometimes it seems kind of catty at times.
Yeah.
So tell us about some things that's going on with you. What's what you have going on? What's coming up?
Well, as a designer, sometimes you get wore out. So I had decided for a little while I was going to take a few months off. So that's what I've been doing for the last few months, just taking some time off, really kind of building what I want to do next, kind of creating my ideas. So when I come back, it's great. It's something I can be very, very proud of. So I will be coming back. I've already set some things up. September 23rd.
Okay.
I'll be coming back with Art of Wardrobe.
Okay.
Hosted by Nia Green. I know a lot of people have heard about her, so I'm so proud to be going back again. She asked me to come back, so I was definitely happy to do that for her.
So what kind of styles and things are you going to have for that show?
Well, for this one, since I do a little bit of everything, I'm deciding to continue on with something I started in the winter. I kind of got a little feel for lingerie. I wanted to try something new. I haven't did it before. So I'm really, really excited about it. I got a really, really positive response from what I did. So that's what I've kind of been doing. That's my baby. So I've been sitting back, kind of getting some fresh ideas and ready to present not just plus size, but women's bodies, period, in a really, really beautiful way.
Yeah, I know we have the curvy, we have they call it pear, and then just the straight.
Yeah, and I like to compliment everybody's bodies, you know. I try my best to do that. So I was doing strictly plus size, and I got a lot of requests from straight size models, I call them. You want to address us too, so I started expanding it a little bit faster than I wanted to, but I had to grow. You know, they were demanding that I grow.
Right.
So I've been just sitting back, you know, getting my ideas together. That way, when I do come back, it's going to be really, really phenomenal. I'm excited about it, and I really can't wait, you know, to show everybody what's up.
So are you going to be in a Keely show too? Well, for the chandelier, or no, not that one?
No, I'm not doing that one.
Okay.
Just because what I'm working on, I don't feel like it would be appropriate for that audience, you know. And so I'm kind of nurturing that right now. So I don't really think I really want to dedicate another enormous amount of time to try to force myself to do something I'm really not working on right now.
Right.
So I really want to nurture my lingerie, so you know.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
So I need you to tell me a little bit about what you are going to be bringing to the table for the chandelier event.
The chandelier gala. So I'm doing another show before then, but I'm not going to talk about that show because I'm really excited about the chandelier gala. I know. I know about it.
So you're not going to talk about it, but you will bring it up.
But you're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's not concrete either yet.
Okay.
Okay. Understood. You did.
But the chandelier gala is it's gonna be amazing. It's probably one of my favorite collections. But I say that every time I have a collection. Like the Rose Garden was my favorite. Yeah. I mean, but it happens at an artist. Like
I'm still need to talk to you about that one of those dresses I need. But I gotta lose about 10, 15 pounds. And then I'm right there.
But the chandelier gala, the collection I'll be showing is for 2019. Sequins, ostrich feathers. There's a lot of different textures. It's a lot darker than like my goddess collection. So I'm going back to black. I'm using prints. A lot of textures. It's a great Jahi collection. There's something for every woman in this collection as well.
Nice.
And I think also with the production, of course, at the chandelier gala, there's a lot of room to show that collection and also another collection. So it's gonna be a great show.
See how he puts that tease in there?
Yeah.
He puts that little tease in there, and then this other one too. But we're not gonna talk about that right now.
Because I'm excited about the other thing.
Okay, so with that being said, look, did you see I used Williams there?
That was so wrong.
You see that? Like she just automatically started taking my stuff.
That
was wrong.
I told you I gotta get it copywritten so everybody can use my phrase. It's gonna be mine.
That was wrong.
You're going to pay me for that.
That's messed up. You could have waited for him to say it first.
No.
That's why.
No.
The delivery wasn't even the same though.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, so it didn't count.
It didn't count. It didn't count.
So then that's good. That's a good thing.
So with that being said,
go.
that's how you're supposed to say it. I wanna know what you actually have coming up. Like besides from your lingerie that's about to come out and be probably I feel like phenomenal.
He'll be
anyway.
there for that.
She had to put me out there like that. I was going to be there. But
You should be there.
I know.
Everybody should be there. It's going to be a great show.
What other? I'm gonna say what actually got you into doing this, because that's my favorite question to actually ask, because that's when you know the passion in the person and in the quality of what they give.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. You know, I started drawing as a little girl. That's when, like, I don't want to say it, but big name brands were out and they did not dress thicker girls,
Yeah,
you know, in cute stuff until recently, and so it was just horrible for me. Like, I've always been a thicker girl, you know, and I always liked to look cute. My mom dressed me cute as a kid. So, you know, those type of things make you want to.
Oh, so is there a kid in there?
That's my phone is ringing. Is there a baby? It's my mother calling me. It's like, Mom. But, you know, and actually she was one of them, because even as her being a curvy person, when I seen her dress up for church on Sundays, heels and, you know, mom dresses, and all my aunts were thick. And so everybody dressed well. You know, everybody. My cousin went to prom. All of them were thicker girls. never missed a beat.
Right.
You know, so those things, looking at that growing up, you're like, oh, I want to do that. That's, you know, that's what I want to do.
Right.
Everybody needs to feel that way. Everybody.
All the time.
You know, that way. And it's a feeling I get. So when I see it and everything comes together, it's a feeling. And if I don't have that feeling, it's not set. It's not right yet, you know? So I work towards that. So I've been doing it for a while. I do have another show coming up in August, so I'm working on that. It's a separate collection for that. I'm just going to do something fun for this for cancer, and so we just want to uplift people and, you know, get everybody motivated and, you know, really in a positive, you know, vibe and area in their life. So we're just encouraging everybody to keep pushing, you know, and everything like that. So I'm excited about that. Also, that's going to be one of my urban collections. I also do those. That's kind of where I stay. So I'll do some little fun skirts, you know, some cute crop tops, really colorful, something really, really fun. So everybody that's there can really get a fun show, you know.
Well, you definitely got to keep us informed so we can be there. We can actually get some definitely pictures and everything. I have so much stuff of his that we need to put out when we can actually do the show and actually show his work. I mean, because he has so much good work. I mean, on a regular.
I know it.
Yeah, on a regular. I keep saying it all the time. I'm just so proud of him because where, he, as far as, when he had that drive and, wanted to do that and then to where he is now, and he still has those goals going on. I'm just proud of him for that.
Yeah.
So I always boast about him when he comes on it. Well, even when he's not on the show, I still boast about him, but still.
All right.
But, just to go overall as far as what the show is about, we do a little bit of everything. We talk to you guys about what you're doing, how you're going to end, your day. We have a question of the day. We talk about different subjects that's going on, right now. Some can be intense, and then some are kind of light. This one right here is very intense most of the time when he's talking about something.
Under that.
He's very intense when he's talking about something. And then we go back into, as far as talking about other things that you're going to do, what you're going to get into, and what you involved. I mean, and we have fun. Well, that we just have fun. Period. Yeah. So, Mr. Word of the Day, did you think of something?
The question of the day? I'm actually battling back and forth with two.
Just do both of them.
Okay. One is, what are the pros and cons of actually being selfish?
That's actually a good. I'm proud of you. Let's just stick with that one.
Okay. Cool.
I'm proud of you.
Don't look at me.
I didn't even say that.
The pros and cons of being selfish.
Anytime we have a talk.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, anytime we have a talk, somehow it rounds back about me, and it should be about everybody.
It's just overall.
See, it was all good until she put the spotlight on her.
No, you guys.
She put the spotlight on her.
You answer first.
Okay, so pros and cons of being selfish.
Yeah, that's actually a good.
Okay, so the pros is sometimes it's necessary to do.
Why are you looking at me?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just talking.
That's how.
Okay.
No, that's how. When she just
talking to Kevin. The pros of being selfish sometimes is that you need to be selfish sometimes because you have so many different things or people pulling at you that you need that selfish time just to get yourself in order. The cons of being selfish is that sometimes you have people that are so selfish they don't think about other people besides themselves, and that can put a wedge between the people that they're actually around and themselves.
Right.
See?
You answer that like a real mom. I'm gonna need you to do that.
That was very motherly.
That was like the most
that was very motherly
answer.
But it's true.
That was very motherly. Thank you for that.
It's true.
We got the mother down out here. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Mother's Day is right around the corner. She had to promote for that. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
It was a very solid answer.
I know we have our guests and everything in here too, but we also take calls. If you have an opinion at 614-781-0754, please call in. Okay, William, what is your
pros?
614-781-0754. Don't be selfish.
It's right behind her too.
I was just gonna say, look at the wall.
It's right behind her too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was about to do that, but I'm like,
yeah, I'm sorry. But pros, I'm gonna go in the relationship stance on that. I would say being selfish is actually knowing what you want and not settling for anything less. And
Is that the pro?
That's definitely the pro.
Okay, so what's
The con is you can be lost in yourself that much that you don't see the greatness in front of you.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell did y'all do this weekend? Y'all both acting different.
Nah, I'm not acting different. I told you I'm
real.
You thought I was playing. I'm really on my spiritual journey right now, bro. I'm sorry. It's just like last weekend was a great weekend. I spent it with my best friend. She had her birthday.
There you go.
But like it just brought
okay,
things
all right.
to fruition. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm on my spiritual journey. Let me be on that.
That's okay.
He's so used to us being at each other.
Yeah, I was like,
you're part of it too.
We're getting along.
Yeah, y'all gotta answer this question too.
Well,
Pros and cons, being selfish.
Pros of being selfish. Shoot, sometimes you have to. I agree with her. Sometimes you are forced to be selfish. You have to do stuff for yourself. Because if you don't, it's hard for everybody else to do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for them to do it because they have other things to do. Not saying that they're selfish, but it's hard for the people to consider other people. Especially when they're going through their daily life. So sometimes you have to take time for yourself and be selfish and say, "Hey, I have to do this for me," and it's okay. Everybody should have that right to, But when your selfishness is now affecting other things in your life, that's
people.
That's the downfall of that. So it can go either way. You just got to balance that thing out right there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Balance your selfishness.
And you're still thinking over there, huh?
I mean, it's like a piggyback because I agree with that, because if you don't live selfishly or you don't make selfish decisions, you spend so much time doing what other people want you to do.
Exactly.
And living how they expect you to live or want you to live.
That you lose yourself.
Never be nothing for yourself. You're going to die being somebody else. And you never spend a day like doing nothing for yourself or being proud of something that you did because you was trying to make somebody else happy your whole life.
Yep. So what's the con? You
don't see the con?
Yeah. What do you think?
He didn't think that far.
Do you have a?
He was ready for that one answer.
One track mind.
That's the question to be.
There's no con.
The cons. I mean, you lose people if you don't do. You lose people. I mean, but that's the con. But that's not always a con, right?
That's not always a con.
I mean, yeah, especially.
Well, I call it seasonal. You have seasonal people. Like you have people that are in your life, and they're there for a season, and they have a purpose at that time. But once that purpose is over, and it's not anything like you're mad at them or they're mad at you, it's just you've moved on to different things.
Right. People come and go.
Or that one person has grown a lot more or a little more than this other person is and needs to move this way. So, that's part of it.
It's like what I tell like younger kids like about graduations and high school.
Younger, and I just be looking at him like, younger what? Younger who?
I go to Central State now, right?
Okay.
And I've been starting to feel so old because even with music, like
it's
so different. Mm-hmm. Like some kid told me their favorite rapper was, I don't know, somebody that doesn't even rap. And I was like, who's yours? Jay-Z. Oh, he can't rap. Okay.
Yeah. Really? That must.
And I was just over it. Okay.
The conversation over.
Yeah. All right. We're just gonna dead that one right there.
Well, it's
like Biggie. They like, but he dead. You can't count him.
Yes, you can.
Because people still sample his music to this day, just like he sampled. But my thing is with that, it's like that with every generation. It's like I talk to you guys about things and you look like lost, like But a lot of things that you did or that you were doing is like. I remember it. It's just a different name, even with the dances, you do the same dances, you just named it differently, or, different, just your different thought process. Yes.
Yeah.
You guys have a whole different process, but so did I from my, my mother's generation. It's always going to evolve to something else. And you're going to start feeling like, I'm not going to say you feel old.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel outdated. That's how you say it.
That was a good delivery right there.
Outdated, because you can always evolve to that equation that they're at if you decide to do that, or if it's something that you want to. Go ahead.
So it's like when our parents was getting mad about twerking, but till we like turned on like an Uncle
Y'all
Luke
was doing the
video.
butt before we was even.
Yeah, because that's what it
Turned on the
was.
Uncle Luke video, like that's my Aunt Tina.
Let's be real. You know, grannies was twerking back. Let's be real here.
But it was just called, but when I was growing it, that's what it was. It was doing the butt.
It was doing the butt.
It was doing the butt. Y'all call it twerking now. Yeah.
Ah, sexy, sexy.
Like, so don't be mad at me, Granny.
It was He was over there turning out.
But that doesn't matter because you're
We seen school.
so we're
We
going to be
seen
like
school
that.
days.
Yeah.
You know how they say
We seen school days when y'all was out there getting it in.
Yeah.
The freak meet wasn't just us.
Right.
The freak meet.
Where did we get the freak
But you
from?
do.
We got it from somewhere.
Atlanta.
No, I'm talking about Freaknik. You don't remember
Yeah, the
Freaknik.
Freaknik.
Atlanta
They brought it
Freaknik
back.
was
They brought it back. It's just in Miami.
No, it's not. It's not. Freaknik in Atlanta was where the whole city,
Shuts
the
down.
entire city is
Like-
shut down.
You know,
And it is just crazy. You know how, what is that one? Oh, we got a caller. We got a caller.
We got a caller.
I used to be so mad when I couldn't go to freak because I always wanted to go.
Mm-mm.
I was too much.
Welcome to WTMH Radio Spotlight of Columbus. Who are we speaking with today?
Hi, this is Edith Cooper.
Hi, Miss Cooper.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I am fantastic, thank you.
Right, and I see a couple people shaking their heads. They must know you. So why don't you so why don't you tell us what you're calling in for today?
I am calling to answer the question about selfishness.
Yes.
And my son probably could not answer that. Well, he did a good job answering, I'll say that.
Okay.
But, you know, I didn't raise him to be selfish. So, and I raised him to always think of others and to put other people's feelings ahead of his.
Mm-hmm.
You know, imagine what they feel like. Why do you think they feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
Think of it on those terms. To always go back and question why did they do this or why did they feel that way, and consider their feelings.
Well,
So
you know
that's
what,
something
Mama
that
Cooper?
He's always done, and he's always tried to look out for other people. That's just part of his makeup. So when you ask him about cons, Akili, am I right so far?
You right. It's a natural. It's a natural thing.
Can we say shout out to team moms?
So
Team moms
ask
out
him
here.
about cons is like he doesn't really know any cons of being selfish because he doesn't operate in that area.
Mm-hmm. And you know, Mama Cooper, you are totally right. And and the thing about it is I've never known him to be selfish. I've known him to be focused. That's what I call it. It's like a focus. It's a focus to him and a drive, but I've never known him to be selfish. So you are right about that. No, and that's and I'm so glad it was another mama that called in with that.
Right. I heard them telling you that was a mama feeling that you put out, and I said, well, good for her.
Well, you say hi to your mom.
Jesus loves you. You have a blessed evening.
Thank you, Mama Cooper, for calling in. You call in anytime you want.
All right. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye.
See, that's that mama thing.
So
right?
did you really just tell your mom?
Mhm.
That was the
That
best
is
way to
mama
get your
jerk.
mom off the phone.
That was it. Wasn't that
That's the
popular?
best way.
Use that.
Jesus loves you. Yes,
I
he
use
does. Bye.
Use that.
God is good.
All the time. All the time.
He said you have a good evening.
Y'all leave Mama Cooper alone. I love her.
I wasn't ready for his response.
That was funny.
That's actually how I get off the phone. That's how I leave the room.
That's how he answers.
That's how he gets it on. My boy, I love you.
That's how he answers. That's how he hangs up the phone.
So I know I forgot what we were on the selfishness. Now, Capone, we need your opinion.
Pros and cons of being selfish.
Mm-hmm.
The pro by being selfish is you ain't got if you earned it, you ain't got to worry about nobody taking from you, nobody not bringing it back, nobody trying to ask you just for anything and trying to get you over. The con is you get used to being selfish. That's it.
You don't think there's a balance?
Nah.
You don't think
I
there
think
can
you
be a
could.
balance?
Nah. Because like with me, I'm very selfish, but to a certain extent.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I can
saying.
be
It's a
selfish
balance
with
that.
because
Like nobody asked me for nothing, and I created that way. They don't ask me for a ride.
I do.
You know, which
I do.
this is different.
No, it's not
We're
different.
co-workers right now. That's different. I'm talking about
No.
niggas. They're the ones always calling, asking for stuff that you can't ask them for. That's my problem. I don't like people don't ask me for nothing. Like personal stuff. Like somebody ask me, I got 2 lawnmowers. And this girl I know lived down, she can I use a lawnmower? Nah, I'm good. Why not? Nah, I'm good. Nah, because I'd had a bad experience where they done messed it up, then returned the way they got it. So how about I just be selfish and just not even take the chance?
Not take the chance.
Yeah, I take the chance. I work too hard for mine, so I'm selfish with a lot of material stuff because I've lost a lot. Because somebody else.
You know what? When I say stuff like that,
like,
though, well, not really that I don't let anybody use anything, but like when the kids or somebody is at the house, I have certain standards.
Yeah.
Like take your shoes off.
Oh yeah, well, if you got nice carpet, that's mandatory.
Yeah, or like if they'll be like, Mom, can I take your laptop to use it? No.
Oh hell, I mean yeah, no, you ain't touching that.
Yeah, you can use it here.
Nah, don't use it. My kids can't touch nothing. They can't touch that. They're not even allowed playing in the living room. I don't let them play the Xbox in the living room.
Who says that?
Damn that.
See,
that's you.
Yeah, because I'm the same way. I'm there's a big giant
screen TV.
Yeah, there's a big giant screen
in the
TV
basement.
downstairs.
Can't
in the
even
basement.
use the basement one though.
Yeah, not now because I just got in. That's brand spanking new. I want my.
How many spare TVs you got now?
Bro.
See,
I was real selfish, right?
What was real selfish?
I was real selfish.
What was real selfish?
That comment that he did.
All I did was ask a question.
Yeah, that was
not selfish.
What does that have to do with it?
You talking about big TVs and everything? I'm just asking.
I was talking about.
So do you have a spare TV that I can buy?
Probably the one that she gonna put in her bathroom.
Oh, it's not there already?
Ooh, my bad. Did that come out? Ooh.
Yeah, she put them on above the hallway, above the statue or mirror, whatever was
explaining that I said we weren't right. Yeah,
Jesus loves you.
That we weren't gonna do this.
Jesus loves you.
You know, Jesus.
Have a good evening.
But that's my pros and cons to the selfish. I don't like people asking. I used to get used a lot because I had a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of money, so it was a bunch of grabbers. And then once it was all said, then I got to sit back. I was like, nah, I have to be selfish. I can't be just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because people tear up your stuff and then look at you like, well, you got the money to buy another one. And I'm like, that don't mean I want to.
Well, well, do you have a microwave I can borrow?
Who borrowed my microwave?
I'm thinking like,
why don't you have
I might have one.
People ask for all kinds of things.
That's why I like being selfish because you know me. Don't ask me for just anything.
I do actually have 2 microwaves in the kitchen.
I got a spare one in the basement.
Ask for the most random things. But hey, do you have one sock? Like what?
Yeah.
You ain't got your left sock for
what? Like, can I borrow your house?
Right.
Like, you at work all day. He's like,
Airbnb. I really had somebody ask me if they can borrow if they can use my home for, and I'm like, no, you can't use my
Airbnb.
Oh yeah, Airbnb. Sometimes people, you might have a nice house,
and they want to use. Yeah, I've had that where they've asked.
So we can use your house for a video shoot.
Not for Airbnb. You gotta pay.
There's too many bad energies out here. You can't be coming in my house bringing that.
That's like your private sanctuary. You don't want everybody just in and out.
That's why you like the rich white folks do. They put them in like one corner for the video shoot. Like y'all can't go nowhere else.
But this area.
But the area, the backyard, and the driveway,
right up the contract.
Right. And you step over there, I need $500 more.
Yeah, I did that. No, but I actually did that when we were doing the reality show thing, and I just really didn't like that. That it was just
because you like selfish. You like that's my stuff. That's my stuff. I don't want nobody to have my design.
Don't touch it.
See, being selfish is good.
But you remember he had like multiple cameras throughout the house, and I was just getting to the point where I'm like, no.
You're shooting for TV.
I'm not going.
But you know, she's so just weird with it. The guy got a bunch of cameras. He's supposed to. If he would have come there with one camera, she'd have been like, "This is not professional. Where's the other camera?" And she'd be like, "Nah, get out."
I know. I think I started just feeling it was just too much. It was.
You wasn't ready.
Me.
You wasn't ready.
It was me.
No, I wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready.
No.
I mean, and the lighting and
Cut the
everything,
camera
and
off.
then they moving stuff, and I'm like,
But see, that's just like upstairs. I had a studio session. I had like 7 people in there, and I had to use the restroom. I made them all come stand in the hallway. It was like, what for? I was like, I ain't leaving all y'all niggas back here.
You acting different.
You can't really take nothing, but I don't want. Remember, like we said before, it's the thought.
it's the
It's the thought that will change up a whole vibe.
People line up in the hallway.
Well, it's like a little from the studio. It's like a little hallway right there. So I made them all stand right there, and I locked my door.
But it's so much more.
When
There
you
was
went in
no
there, you
reason.
wasn't gonna be able to see them.
Really?
No, but no, in that little hallway.
He locked the
I locked
door.
the studio.
He locked the
And they was in a little.
He locked
I locked them out.
Oh,
It's like a little hallway right
log it
there.
out, and I'm gonna stay in, and then
Yeah.
I get done.
I have to go.
Like,
I have to go to the restroom real quick, and I'm locking my door. You got to stay out here until I come back.
Yeah,
That's awkward.
There's a comfortable
gotta-
couch right there for you to sit on until I
I'm
get
be
back.
honest. I'm be honest.
No, I was like,
That's
they
an
in the
awkward-
lobby. They go in the lobby.
That's
Yeah,
an
when they
awkward
come
walk,
to the
mind,
couch.
because you gotta look at them while you're walking by, even if you.
No, because they understand. You got to think, I ain't got the money, so what they going to do?
Dang.
Like, so.
That's that selfishness.
No, that's business. Get the money first, right? Right?
True.
Get the money, right? Before services start, do we get the money? Yes
I'm
or
talking
no?
about
Gotta
just
get
the
the
way
money
you
first.
said it, though.
No,
No,
the facts is the facts. Do we get the money first? Yes or no?
It's the same thing.
She got it because she got to say yeah.
Okay.
Because she's a good businesswoman. She got to say yeah. No, yes or no? Get the money first.
Right, but
That's it.
you know,
Moving on. So we're talking about fashion, right?
With that being said,
What that means.
with that being said,
back to fashion.
Just saying.
I tell you, I got it.
it's real out here.
Happy Monday,
Back
everybody.
to fashion. Okay, so Mother's Day is coming up.
Oh,
Hey, Mother's Day.
Jesus loves you.
shout out to the mothers.
Boo.
Gotta love the
I
mothers.
love Mother's
What are
Day.
you saying?
I'm gonna keep doing it until Father's Day have a sale going on too, like Mother's
Because
Day.
they don't really rock on
Father's
Father's
Day.
Day, bro.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
That's-
Hold on. What did you just say? What did you say?
No.
Don't say it again.
Father's Day.
Exactly. That's how I know what Father's Day is.
That's how irrelevant
on
some
Father's Day. I got my dad.
Oh, in June.
I got my dad in June.
It's June. I think
He was so shocked, like, "Oh Jesus, it's really in June."
Serious.
They hit you with a Drake back to back.
But you
Don't
just brought
nobody
my
even
point.
remember
Mother's Day
that.
is a very special day.
No, I do stuff for my dad
But
on
when
Father's
you look
Day.
at the holidays, Mother's Day be like everything's on sale. All the
Bro, y'all
shops
get
is open
all
with
the
flowers.
deals.
Father's Day, Lowe's is open for like 2 hours more.
Sorry.
They ain't got no
That's what
discounts
y'all
on
like.
Father's
That's
Day
what the
though.
guys like. They like going and getting stuff like that.
Shit.
Like I know what my
I
dad
like
likes.
chocolate
My dad
too.
likes my dad.
Listen,
I like chocolate.
You
Yeah, I
can keep your
know.
Give me some
flowers.
milk
No,
chocolate.
he really means that.
I like
Yeah.
chocolate.
Listen, you can keep your
I like
flowers.
roses
You
too.
can keep your
I
chocolate.
like flowers.
Just give me the deals. No, I don't want no flowers. But I look like having flowers.
I love. Listen.
like flowers.
No, I get that.
I would like that.
Oh, see, I get that from my
Listen,
mom.
that's not me. I don't like flowers. This is the only flower I want.
If my lady walk up with some roses and the flowers, you guys get. Come on, why not? It's the thought, right?
Return the sender.
It's the thought.
No, I always think of it as
Return
like
the
my
sender.
dad. What does he like? He loves fishing. So I
He
mean,
is
like he
something
loves.
fishing, something.
Yeah,
like
so I got him the best fishing rods. That I have no clue what they do, but I knew that they said it was the best fishing rods, and he just looked like
See?
he was just in the best.
Salesmen have a heyday with her on Father's Day.
Because
she don't
the
know.
fathers after the fathers they go fishing, they be up there, they new rounds like, which one you got? That 3200?
Right,
I
and
got
that's
the
how
48.
he is,
My daughter's
and
better
they
than
brag
yours.
about that, and he does
Listen,
that.
listen,
My
he'll be
dad
like
really
this, he'll
does
be like,
that, but I don't like that because
mine
he does
cats
that with my
farther.
brother. He'd be like, "Yeah, my daughter did this for me," and I'm like, "Don't do that."
You got to think, dad's like, remember, I'm a dad.
My
so-
dad be out there quiet.
Yeah, like dads only get a couple times a year to have like their day, and it's Father's Day, and it's Father's Day and their birthday.
Well,
Every other holiday is designed for the woman to smile and be catered to, and it's okay.
Sweetest
Father's
day.
Day-
Sweetest Day?
No.
It ain't even on the
Nobody
calendar.
care about Sweetest Day.
Everybody still
Yeah,
go to
Sweetest
work.
Day
Nobody
is
care
on
about
the
Sweetest Day.
calendar. I can
Listen,
get a calendar right now.
Somebody
Sweetest
on
Day
Tuesday.
really is on there. Not
If you
your
get me
computer
cupcakes, I'm
calendar.
good.
I'm talking about an
If
actual.
I go like
don't know.
I bet you said Mother's Day.
I got
Yeah,
my
no, go
on the
to
table.
what is it? Sweetest
what?
Day is in
Get my
September.
first some lights for his car.
Yes, it.
Okay.
You know it's sweet.
Okay.
When I'm with somebody, it's
I have
Valentine's Day all the time.
Right.
Oh, here you go.
We just do something a little extra special.
Y'all can forget both of them days.
That's so sweet.
Damn Valentine's Day.
And sweet.
If it's Valentine's Day and I don't see a card, flowers, chocolate, or something,
No,
it's
this
an
is
issue.
the thing that irritates
It's
me
an
about.
issue. I mean, their
those
dad
2 days.
still gets me stuff for Valentine's Day.
Oh, so you good then?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
You good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, he still gets me stuff for Valentine's
But
Day.
the reason why I wouldn't mind any gift on Father's Day, because not every Father's Day a father gets something either.
True.
People break their neck for mama, like, y'all better get mama a mug with your face on the t-shirt, pay the bill, do something. Dad be sitting around like, if I made your favorite dinner, you be like, really? I'll take it.
Yeah.
What else?
I appreciate it.
We going anywhere? Well, you know, I got you this new
It's just like
nah,
for real.
Right.
It's just like a person forgetting an anniversary for real for Father's Day.
Yeah.
For real.
How would you know you're not a father?
I know I'm not a father, but I feel that pain.
Here we go. Hey, watch it. She's about to turn mommy mode.
If you're not a father,
It don't mean that I got godchildren. I would like a gift.
Yeah.
you got children that's too
or a
small.
call or a
His
phone call,
godchildren
something.
are too small to even know what gifts are right now. So
Nuh-uh, they old enough.
No, they're like 6 or 7
Months.
Oh, that's all love.
Whoa.
Right,
You put on months?
Right, they have to be months.
He's at least 12 years old. I can get a
Oh, you say 6 or 7, like years old or months?
Right. Or
These
months or
older.
years.
Are they months or
Yeah,
years?
he's not.
Is that months or
They
years?
years, they old enough.
Yeah, they years. Yeah, they
old
I'm
enough.
that forgot that for special. But you know what the bad part is? You know that nowadays there's a lot of moms who doesn't instill certain holidays for dad into the kids, so the kids will be
At all.
excited about it too.
At all.
Like my daughter, I called my daughter like, "You Patty, you ain't called daddy for his birthday." She's like, "Oh, today's your birthday?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, happy birthday!" Then she lit up over the phone. Called her mom, was like, "Why didn't you tell my daughter's birthday?" I guess I'm like, see, you got to instill that, because if I tell her this month, she's a kid, she's doing stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a lot of moms that I found out that's not instilling like they used to. They be like, "You better get something for your dad. You better not eat all the
And
food.
I
You better
was like
clean up the
that.
house for the dad. Matter of fact, go do everything that he would do on this Saturday. Do it for him so he can do nothing. And we got something special for him." Nowadays, man, there's a lot of women that's not instilling that. And that could be a problem.
I don't know. When they were growing up, I did that too. I made sure that
Well, we did that too.
Yeah,
They be like,
that
"Hey, make
their
sure."
dad,
My mom be
yeah.
like, "Do not drink all your dad's pop on his
I
dad."
did.
I'd be like, "All right,
Well,
they can
I was
drink
like
all of
that
it."
on an everyday though, because they would drink it. I was like, save some for your
Hell
dad.
yeah, I drink all my dad's
Don't
pop.
eat all
I
that.
drink-
You know your
I
dad
drink
is
all
not
that
eating
Diet
yet.
Pepsi
I
and
used to be
Vernon's I
like
can
that because
drink.
they would eat
Vernon's
everything.
is
I'd be
my
like,
ish,
your
though.
dad has not even eaten yet. Don't go in there eating nothing else until he done ate. Now you already ate, already. Leave him something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now the
They
food
eat it
thing,
all.
yeah, food, we let the food alone, but we used to drink my dad's Diet Pop just to mess with him. Who drinks
And
Diet Pepsi?
then you'll leave it like right there.
Nah,
like, just
my
like
brother
right
do that.
back
I'm
there.
drinking it till it's gone because we already gonna get hit.
So might as well go ahead.
Yeah,
and
he
do
can
it.
only hook you so many times. This shoulder gonna go out eventually. Like, but it's funny because it's really a lot of women not instilling. Like people like, "Oh, it's Father's Day." Like you can have 20 women, they can all be like, "Happy Father's Day." But when you got like the godkids and kids, that's what we look forward to. So like Father's Day when it come up, it's not everywhere, and it's not broadcasted as like an exciting holiday for a lot of people. You see Mother's Day, it's in every
You got to
ad.
remember too that there's a lot of the fathers that's not even in the kids' life, so that's why they don't instill it.
But there are
True, but
There are some
yeah,
that are.
even the ones that's playing the role
Mhm.
need that same attention. 'Cause they you know, like I know there's a lot of dads playing dad that's not dad, but they got to get that love too.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like this kids that's call me God dad, and I'm not their godfather, but you
It's
know,
important to,
yeah, like
Instill.
because Mother's Day, like y'all the greatest creatures on earth. I love y'all, and when it comes to y'all days, like the world just goes all out.
You get the day
There's a
off.
whole VH1 special coming up about mamas.
Dear mama.
Oh yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah, they do it every year.
Did he gonna be on there and
Oh,
everything?
did he? It's a show.
As long as they
It's gonna be a show.
Listen, as long as they don't have Jodeci singing again, I'm cool.
Please. I refuse.
It was bad
She said,
last year.
I think all they do on Father's
like
Day.
really bad last
She
year.
said, "I refuse."
I think all they do on Father's Day is put boys in the head.
Right. Well, Father's Day, who?
You know what though?
It's true.
Boys in the hood. Yeah, they do.
That is Father's Day. They show all the murder movies.
No, they show the fathers
Dead
for their sons.
Dead presidents, boys in the hood.
Higher learning.
Temptations movie.
Five heartbeats.
Yeah.
No, what's
You know, I'm pretty sure
I don't
I
do it. Yeah.
Listen,
So just think about it. With that being said,
lean on me.
They don't play Lino.
all the fathers,
They
they put all the stuff on TV, so I sit there and just watch.
come on at 5:30.
We gonna start your day up.
That's bad. I'm really thinking about it like,
Yeah, they really do.
because when I was younger on Father's Day,
Matrix.
they would put like MASH and like be on like all day. For like all day. MASH. Then it would be like Cheers. It'd be like a marathon.
The Wonder
It's
Years.
like so Father's Day is meant for the dads to stay in the house.
Y'all get a football game though, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Don't fall on a, that's if it fall on a
That's what
Sunday.
his dad used to do. They would go play. They would go play flag
every year.
They would go play flag football. Like all the fathers would get together and they would play flag.
Once again, the
And
dads
the
is
mothers,
doing
we would be in the stands like, yay, babe, all that.
So just think,
all be done by then.
if that was still like that, the people still did that like crazy, I think the streets would be a lot different. Because I remember my auntie and them used to go out there and be like, go ahead, play. Or sometimes the guys get all their cars and they had clean up the cars, but the ladies would provide everything to do it. And man, and it'd be like a reunion. Nowadays, like I said, Father's Day, they're like, what you want from the store, baby? Like, go to the store, get some whatever you want.
Nah, I
You need a
seen
gift card.
the Father's Day like presentation. She went all out for her boyfriend for Father's Day. Like she bought clothes. They had like a
Was he
hotel
a
room.
father?
I'm guessing so. She said Father's Day.
Let's just call it.
It said the video said Father's Day. So I'm gonna take it as such. She bought everything. She bought him outfits.
That's dope.
She didn't rent out a room. She did the roses. She got him like a whole bunch of shoes. Like it was like a lineup of shoes going all the way to the bed.
How's that feel?
I was like,
to have shoes lined up.
Shots fired.
That's a shot. I know it was.
See what I'm saying?
I know it was. They do you in.
Yeah.
We all my shoes in a while. And you say you get
There's no reason to
shoes
talk
lined
about
up.
my shoes.
You have to bring
You ask a question.
You ain't have to
But
LeBron that.
I'm just saying, why do we have to talk about my shoes? The reason why
I said, how's it feel to have that many
three
shoes?
closets full of shoes, and so they
Same
make a big
thing.
deal about it.
You have a personal closet?
I have three.
Three personal closets.
You got 3 closets?
She took over the room
Besides
downstairs
this-
for the
Can I
coats.
just do a tour?
See?
I would just love to see it.
That's a reality show.
I just know that's something beautiful.
Shoes.
It's something scary. That's what it
No,
is.
it's awesome.
No.
It's awesome.
For
That's
you.
a queendom.
Oh,
No,
no,
because they like going in my closet and like I have
they
like
trying on your shoes.
no, my daughter.
Yeah, she tried
Yes,
to play
my
me.
daughter would try
She
to.
said, John, she tried to play me.
No,
She tried to help you out right there. You look now.
The reason I
She tried
said
to play me. I don't
is
know.
because I have like all kind of sports gear
No
too.
heels.
Like I like on certain days I wear sport. Like it could be my Dallas, it
She
could
got
be
them
my
chucks.
Ohio
She got them
State,
chucks.
Oh, she got
the
a lineup
Ohio
of chucks
State.
for real.
It could be.
You said it. You said
You
I got
did.
every
I didn't say
color.
chucks.
I got every color. Chucks.
Every color.
Yeah, you said that.
Anyway,
She even
so
got
he
the
like
yellow.
on my with my jackets and stuff like that when he was younger, not now, but like he would go in there and he would get my sports gear and all him and his brother.
I would take the Dallas jerseys for real.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
and
wrong with that. They're there.
No,
They're jerseys.
my jersey.
Now,
jerseys.
kids,
You
man.
ain't gonna know how to
To
wear them.
stop him from doing it,
You ain't gonna know how to
I
wear them,
started
right?
getting the girly jerseys, the girly jerseys. So I
Oh,
have
the
got
jersey
them, and I have
dresses?
all of that
The-
stuff. Yeah. So I started getting, but the actual girl jerseys too, to stop them from getting. But
make
because
sure
I
that-
have some, but because I do have like I have an athletic closet, I have a winter closet, I have. Never mind, I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about
this
it.
is where we
see,
get down
you see,
to.
that was about to go.
No,
You didn't get it. She had to stop
Closets.
because she could have kept talking.
I was trying to let her. I was trying to hear it.
Listen,
Y'all just made me
athletics.
feel bad.
They got 30
Dress
minutes
up.
for that though.
It helped me get
Glamour.
get my glamour closet together.
See,
need a
I told you.
glamour closet.
What's that? What's that? What's a
Yeah,
glamour?
it's gonna
What's that?
be-
What's a glamour? I'm a guy. Why
Did
would
you
I
just hear what he
All the
said?
dresses all
Everything.
the-
It has to be really like
after
fancy.
5.
Yeah.
All the good
Like long
heels.
coats, great heels,
Maybe pants,
night
shirts.
evening gowns,
pants, shirts, and maybe a vest.
Yeah,
everything.
but I want a glamour closet.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. I
You
want a
have a
glamour
nice bench
closet.
in there, or a nice sofa. Yeah, it has to be everything.
Yes,
Excuse me.
like the little
Excuse
chase thing that you
Don't-
just sit.
Don't
And-
encourage.
Listen,
give her no
you
momentum.
feel by herself, and I'm here today, so we can discuss.
You are lighting up a flame right now,
You
but
know,
you do not
you're
want to.
bringing light
your back.
to the radio.
It's almost 7 o'clock here on Spotlight at Columbus.
With that being said,
WTMH Radio 614-781-0754.
Please join the conversation.
Or resume or pictures of your closets. Please send it in to
Patrice, please.
SLC at SLC.
That's gonna be junk mail. That's gonna be junk mail. I'm telling you. I checked it. No, listen, that will be junk mail. I will trash that for real. I promise you. Do not encourage this woman to do that.
I'm not encouraged. I didn't ask anybody to do that.
Okay, listen. If you see something that you like and I send you this, I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is what I'm gonna do." Come on now.
I've been waiting on them brown.
That's you. That's you. That's you.
The brown ones is nice.
That's you, and you know it. Don't act like you don't. I've known you for 29 years.
And we're gonna come back to Spotlight of Columbus WTMH Radio in a moment. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
I'm on it.
You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus on WTMJ. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus only on WTMJ. Yeah. Yeah. I done came up out the mud. I done came up out the mud on them. And I did it my way, my way. I done came up out the mud on them. Yeah. And I did it my way, my way, my way. Started from the dirt, the storm put me in the mud. Now the haters wonder how I got about the mud, but they know about the sweat and the tears and the blood. Graduated from a student to the plug. I came about the mud on them. Let me put myself back in boss position. Yeah, I'm just here for that crown. I ain't asking permission. Reboot the plot and shoot the shot from any line with precision. So when they look up what is hip hop, I'm the definition. Deliver best rendition of the essence that is missing. Yet and still my title as one of the city's best is missing. Look at the beast within them. Yeah. Look how I rose through. They try to give me lemons. I gave them soul food. They tried to give me limits. All it did was spark the method. This pro flow was pro visual for the narcoleptics. A growing king with vision. Didn't even mention I'm a menace yet. They already consider my skin a threat. This is not a pigment that symbolizes privilege. Nah, it symbolizes survival and ancestry of the warriors and kings and the artistic elite. So naturally I refuse to meet defeat. I done came about the mud on them. And I did it my way, my way. I done came about the mud on them. Yeah. And I did it my way, my way, my way. Started from the dirt, the storm put me in the mud. Now the haters wonder how I got about the mud, but they know about the sweat and the tears and the blood. Graduated from a student to the plug. I came about the mud. I don't need a clip to gas me, and I don't need haters to make me feel like I'm doing something right. As long as my spirit warm and heart whole and bars tight, and my soul isn't viable, my shine is undeniable. They seek attention, I seek knowledge. They check the ride the waves of the time. My mic check is timeless. My mother gave birth to a beast in 87. Y'all 2000s lean up, still crack 87. Yeah, the flow better. Poster child of the influence of the golden era. Let a squadron step up in my pate. See who get posted better. Try to tell them step back. I pack a lyrical weapon you couldn't hold and shouldn't take a stab at. That kickback alone, the smack back, the bended brim off your dad hat. Then maybe you can see where real rappers at. They trap phonies, I'm facts only. And once the album drop, it's on. So appreciate the call. I done came about the mud on them. And I did it my way, my way. I done came about the mud on them. Yeah. And I did it my way, my way, my way. Started from the dirt, the storm put me in the mud. Now the haters wonder how I got about the mud, but they know about the sweat and the tears and the blood. Graduated from a student to the plug. I came about the mud on them. stress me out. So I never let them stress me out. I did it cause my mama's. It's only fam in my section now. Cause your friends know me sticking around. I get it from my mama's. She told me never let them stress me out. So I never let them stress me out. I did it cause my mama's. It's only fam in my section now. Cause your friends don't be sticking around. I get it from my moms. 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 I did it from my moms. Gotta get it from my moms. Gotta get it from my moms. I get it from my moms. Working all day long. Hard-headed and stubborn. Don't give a fuck what you want. Nigga, I do what the fuck I want. Grind hard, put the team on. Live life like your last days. All the bullshit can stay gone. Don't nobody work as hard as me. Work hard for my family. Niggas hate that's so lame to me. Same shit, people changing on me. Live and learn, nothing new to me. I'm trying to put it for my city. Fuck, hate to live life for my mama. I get it from my mom. She told me never let them stress me out. So I never let them stress me out. I did it cause my mom's. It's only fam in my section now. Cause your friends know me sticking around. I get it from my moms. She told me never let them stress me out. So I never let them stress me out. I did it cause my moms. It's only fam in my section now. Yeah. Cause your friends know me sticking around. I get it from my moms. Hey. I get it from my moms. 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 I did it from my moms. Gotta get it from my moms. Gotta get it from my moms.
I get it from my moms. My race is trying to keep up. Going through this hard struggle. Gun in my mouth. Suicide thoughts. Smoke this weed just to kill the thoughts. Taking shots. I got bullet wounds. Write stories in my notepad so y'all understand what I'm going through. My soul need to believe my soul. So I need to do what I gotta do. Stay real and always stay true. Like a board game shit, gotta make moves. I'm headed to the top. Pray to God I don't drop. And I'm trying to work hard and get it to my heart.
I get it from my moms. She told me never let them stress me out. So I never let them stress me out. I did it cause my moms. It's only fam in my section now. Cause your friends don't be sticking around. I get it from my moms. She told me never let them stress me out. So I never let them stress me out. I did it cause my moms. It's only fam in my section now. Cause your friends don't be sticking around. I get it from my moms. 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 Gotta get it from my moms. Gotta get it from my moms. Gotta get it from my moms.
Yeah. Whoa. True story. 218. Whoa. Apple Records. Yeah. Little niggas better listen. Might happen to you. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. This story tragic, let me tell you how it happened. His name was Lil J, he was raised by some addicts. His daddy was a dealer and his mama was a junkie. He always got suspended cause he felt nobody loved him. 100 pounds when he used to get picked on in class. His father caught the case and his mama smoking glass. He started hanging in the streets with the wrong ones. Because he was broke, he got a sack and a gun. Now this before he started smoking weed and having sex. He took care of his mama, he even paid off her debt. He had a couple siblings, but the state came and took him. He was already out, so the state overlooked him. He moved with his grandma, but he didn't like the rules. Either that or the streets, so he had to pick and choose. The game getting deeper for him, not to mention lonely. His mama on the corner buying dope from his homies. He think that he a man, but don't even understand. He got no education, he don't even got a plan. The ones he thought was looking out, looking down on him, they only come around when they want to clown on him. He get to the point where he don't want to feel the pain. He committed suicide. Lil J was his name. Whoa. Yeah, he committed suicide. Lil J was his name. If you can feel me at this time, you be bobbing your head too. I told you walk a righteous path, but you do as I do. I don't want you to die young, so live on. And when I die, please don't bury me in the cold. If you can feel me at this time, you be bobbing your head too. I told you walk a righteous path, but you do as I do. I don't want you to die young, so live on. And when I die, please don't bury me in the cold. Her real name Tamika, nickname Scam. She sleep around so much, it's like I just can't understand it. Nice little shape, she look like Roxy in the face. But she can't be trusted, she is steal from your place. She got a little daughter, but she always with a mom. Cause Tamika on the street selling sex is a job. I guess that was the only way that she had an escape. Because when she was younger, she got set up to get raped. She out looking for love, but nobody satisfied. One night I saw her with her hands covering her eye. Nothing for me to say other than baby, God bless. Having sex with niggas ain't no way to kill stress. But she gon' live her life the way that she wanna live. And it's very irresponsible because she got a kid. Her daughter break that crown, asking where her mommy at. Grandma always gotta tell her that she coming back. But they don't understand that Tamika died slow. Sleeping with everybody, she got sick in her, you know. Ain't no help to give, she ain't even trying to live. She knows she about to die, so it is what it is. Whoa.
So loud, baby. See y'all out there running your body as your temple. She live good, don't need no man make you feel good. Keep it careful, this can happen to you.
If you can feel me at this time, you be bobbing your head too. I told you walk a righteous path, but you do as I do. I don't want you to die young, so live on. And when I die, please don't bury me in the cold. If you can feel me at this time, you be bobbing your head too. I told you walk a righteous path, but you do as I do. I don't want you to die young, so live on. And when I die, please don't bury me in the cold.
You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus on WTMA. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus only on WTMA.
And we're back.
To WTMH Radio, Spotlight of Columbus. See how good that I'm telling you, this is what I do every Monday. Every Monday.
They be on trash every Monday.
No, you too be on that every Monday. Anyway,
okay, I'll take it.
Okay. So we're good. We're cutting from what we had was supposed to still be talking about, which we did finish, is about the pros and cons of being selfish. So we got that out, and of course, you guys are still welcome to chime in to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about as far as that particular topic. That number is 614-781-0754. So you're definitely welcome to call in, and not just about the topic of the day, but also to talk to our guest today. You know, anything and everything you want to know about them. Again, this show is a platform to bring about everybody, you know, that has those opportunities or, you know, the talent that they want to talk about, bring up. This is what this show is about. I really would love for you guys to still, you know, tune in to us or, you know, listen to us on Google app and actually tune in and watch and listen on YouTube. You know, either one of those. We have a lot of different areas. We're doing a lot of stuff. We're expanding, we're growing, we're doing different things. And you know, everybody that's actually, you know, a part of the show, we're going to make sure that they're involved in everything we do as far as with the show. So we're glad you decided to come out today with us.
She's fam now. She's fam now.
So I wanted to talk to you, William.
What I do?
No, you didn't do anything.
Okay.
I know the last show we were talking about where you had the event where everybody did their little thing.
Singers Hangout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Singers Hangout.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Akili? Mm-hmm. The Singers Hangout, where it's just a bunch of different artists and they'll come out and they feed off of each other. As far as one will start like either singing or rapping, and then somebody might come in and start singing. Another one rap, or another one does from leading off or leading from what the other person did. actually doing, a poetry thing. I mean, it's great. Yeah, I mean, and it really is, and it's getting big, and it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're doing, different areas. The gentleman he had here last Monday, he's the one that puts the events together, and every last one has been successful. It's like I'm at, if I'm whatever I'm doing, I have it on and I'm watching, and these people are so talented. And all I was thinking is, that would be awesome for a fashion show to have them, while you guys are in, back getting your models and everything together, to have that little collab, in between. Yeah.
Okay.
And in between times, like how we had, we have the we've had different things that's going on, but I thought that would be so awesome in between intermissions, where they, they're feeding off each other. Like one will start one thing, and then the next person will come out, and they'll have a whole different kind of genre as far as the singing, rapping, or whatever, but it's off of whatever the topic was, from the first person, and then they'll move on. They'll start it from that topic, but move on as far as the singing, and then the next person comes in with them. So it's really nice, like really nice. You should check it out on
that sounds sweet
page. Mm-hmm. But
y'all go live and do that
every time.
Every time.
What's every time? Is this week?
It actually is. Yeah. Very vague. I apologize. Just every time, actually, it's actually
okay.
It's actually once a month, and we actually have like an email party, basically, a group of people where we just send out the emails from the last events, and word of mouth. It's strictly based on word of mouth, because for this event, it was so small at one point in time where it just happened like that. It was just word of mouth. Other people heard about it, and they just showed up, and it just got bigger and bigger after that.
So now they're bringing people, because the first one I seen, it was maybe about 5 or 6 people, and they was just in a house,
in an apartment.
And then it went from 5 to 6 people to about
25 30
people. Now, I mean,
30 was the last one.
Yeah, and it's like they bring people with them as they come to the next one, and it's just really getting big. And I just like, oh my gosh, this is really something. I mean, and they're talented.
That's sweet.
It's not bogus stuff. Like, they're really, really good how they feed off of each other. It's just like Laycon.
Yeah, Laycon.
I got it, Laycon. Don't.
There was so much concentration involved.
Did you see Laycon?
She was like,
Laycon. She hit you with
y'all were not going to get her.
The bill.
I can't even do it.
The Bill Clinton.
They messed with me.
When it got out, it was going to be right.
Anybody want to see it, you can go back on the show and watch the hesitation.
Y'all cannot say she did not have
Laycon.
Laycon. He was here with one of the guys that he actually collabs with.
Yeah.
And he brought a piano in here, and I'm telling you, the vibe that they had, I mean, like you can see they linked, like, and it was awesome. I mean, you could go back and watch the show. I think that was like maybe 4 weeks ago.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
It's been
that was top of April for real. That's how we kicked in April right there. That's how we kicked in April.
It was lovely.
Okay.
But I want to keep having stuff like that. And I think doing fashion shows with bringing that kind of genre in with the fashion shows and the music and everything like that, I think that would be an awesome, awesome show. So, my head has been like, I'm like.
We got the space to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. And yeah, Achilles, did you get to go upstairs?
No,
we didn't take him upstairs.
Yeah, it's so much more upstairs.
Yeah,
and,
we got a whole nother situation upstairs, boy. It's big. You do fashion shows up there. We do listener parties, regular parties, meet and greets.
Can we get to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, once we done.
Yeah, I mean,
unless y'all want to get done a couple minutes early, because when 8 o'clock hit,
She gotta go. She gotta go.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like.
But it doesn't matter.
I'm just,
they can still show. But we even do shows. I mean, they even do talk,
TV shows,
radio talk shows up there too.
WTMH Live.
Live. So I think that would be something to do with you as far. Remember, I was telling you about that. Bring some of your models in to show the fashions and have it on the radio. You got hype. I've seen the twinkle in your eye. Yeah, I mean,
like a private viewing.
Yeah. Exactly, and the specific people that.
What was that?
Got you. See, was that a Twitch? It was an understanding.
It was an understanding. It's a me and him understanding.
All right, let me drink this water. I got thirsty.
H2O.
High quality H2O.
So on that note, okay, we've done one of the questions of the day. I know you said you had two. We can say that to closer towards.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah, closer towards that. And then we talked about everything. Now, as far as we were talking about that before, if someone wants to reach out to you, have you ever thought about, because you're at a point now where you can literally mentor if you wanted to. Have you ever thought about that? Mm-hmm. Either one of you?
I've definitely thought about it. I think about it more so often, like in the long run. I would love to have a like a giving back organization that's just for the arts. Because when I grew up, outside of doing sports, when it came to fashion, although I knew like other kids that was doing art, there wasn't really like too much of an art hub or like a just a place like, I'm gonna go sew or go hang out and do some art or do some dancing. I danced. I was into theater.
See, and that's how it was when we were growing up. We had the centers that you can do all sorts of different things. Yeah. And Capone was just talking about that as far as St. Stephen's was one of the places you can go to, and they had so many different things going on that you didn't have time to think about anything else because they always it was so many.
And it's good to do that, especially like the generations coming up, because there's so many distractions that will keep them from being great or being the potential great person that they can be. And I think if you get them over the summer when they're not in school or after school or before school, or like, just into things that help them with that creative bug, because some people lose it.
Exactly,
or some
because
people
there's so many other things.
Yeah, there's so many other things. And
you know what I played the other day? And I don't understand. I don't know what made me go get them and just go do it. Do you guys remember Jax?
Yes.
He just has to. Anyway,
that game was so wild.
It was tedious.
I love Jax.
They be like,
I love
like,
yeah, you try to get them all up.
It was right because I always could grab all of them. Never lost none left.
I couldn't.
Because it's like
by the time you got to 10, I always dropped one and was so mad because I couldn't get them all.
I was like this. It hurt like hell
because they were so pointy.
But I'm a competitor.
But now they got the plastic ones, so it's not gonna hurt. I don't like. They got the plastic jacks.
Yeah, there was nothing like them chrome little spikes on the ground.
Right.
It was whack because I always run.
Hopscotch. You know what we do at our barbecues now that I got started again?
What?
Double Dutch.
Yes.
I used to love watching
like literally when we have our
I was a nasty little boy. I was like, jump girls.
He's a perv.
I was such a perv. Because there was nothing but girls on my block, and that was like the thing to do.
That was my sport. I jumped at.
The guys was at St. Stephen's. The girls be after school on the sidewalk.
And he was on the sidewalk.
See, and we started doing
I was on punishment a lot.
He was looking out.
He had to be on the sidewalk.
No. He was on the porch or watching through a window.
I wasn't a creep.
Don't get to that bottom step.
Right, that's what and you 3 steps.
Don't get off the stoop.
I sit on the third step.
Ours was that like when the outside like
how old are you?
I'll be 25 or something.
Yeah, he's still
I still got
Home was a stoop.
Yeah.
Mama was on that butt then.
That's why she said what she said.
That means he
That's why she felt the need to call in.
I had a motherly dad. Yeah, he knows what his situation was. Don't let him fool you.
Nobody talks about
I didn't have a young mother.
I haven't heard nobody under 30 ever say something about that third step.
Oh yeah.
I don't recall a third step. I never got that.
Well, on the porch there was 3 steps.
Right.
No.
Like if you sat on the ground with your foot down.
We only had one step.
When he don't go that third step, that means you can stay on that third step. But if you go up that third step, you're going to get punched or something bad is going to happen very fast. If you think mama popped into the restaurant and you got to bounce, it was weird. But it's a third.
No, I never did that.
Quick question.
Well, just think, if you had like 8 steps in your house, it don't matter. That last step was like the third step. Them last 3 steps was like the end of your life.
You was on the cement. You was on the sidewalk.
You too far
See,
from the
well,
house.
my thing is with mine, I did like if the lights came on, as long as they were still in front of the house, I was fine where I can see them.
Oh, you's a good mom.
Yeah, but
We had to hit the porch.
yeah, but with my mom, it was like it wasn't even a porch when the lights came on. I was in the house. It wasn't a porch. It wasn't anything. I had to be in the house when the lights came on.
That.
And if she had to scream, like, because you know how you had the neighborhood where if your mom was here, you heard her scream for you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and if she said your whole name,
It was all bad.
it was all bad.
3 minutes too late.
No,
Yeah, it
listen.
was all bad.
Go on and get this shower real quick. Go on and get in the shower. That's it. That was it. Yeah, you know that. She say, get in the shower after coming in. It's over, bro.
Yeah, you shouldn't have got in.
It's over.
Oh, he haven't tried.
You,
Like,
you,
go
you
take
didn't beat the you ain't beat the
a
street lights.
shower.
You ain't beat the street lights. Go and take a shower. Real calm, cool, and collected. Oh, you had a long day, huh? Street lights is on. Go on and take that shower.
No, because this one, and it was when you guys were going to WC Handy, or you didn't go to WC Handy, you went to FCI. He went to WC Handy before FCI came about. Yeah, and he literally decided he wasn't coming home at all. I was actually at a conference for my job all the way in, where was that, Cleveland? Look, you only want to look.
I don't remember this story.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the story.
Quest.
I'm gonna tell you the story. His grandmother. I had moved his grandmother in. Yeah, I had moved his grandmother in. I was actually on a conference out of town, and I'm pretty sure it was Cleveland.
You said you was on a quest?
I'm pretty sure it was Cleveland, and I was in something Heights. I forget where it was, and I was doing this promotion. You know,
shout out to Heights in Cleveland.
Yeah, and I get this frantic call.
You said Shaker Heights?
From his grandmother.
All the Heights.
Saying, okay, and it was like 7 o'clock. No, it was like 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, and she was like, William did not come home from school. Now, take it, he was in grade school. Like, he was like middle school. William has not came home. I don't know where he is. I'm freaking out. So I zoomed, and I had to be back there that same, because it was supposed to be where I was there that whole week. I zoomed all the way home. By the time I got home is when he decided to walk in the door. And he walked in the door like he hadn't did anything wrong, not knowing I was there, because he thought, he was like, well, it's grandma. She ain't going to do nothing.
I thought I was going to be able to talk myself out of that one.
So she comes down, they're like, where you been and everything, and he got cocky. He got cocky like, grandma, I was out.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. You said, grandma, I was out.
That was my grandma.
And when he said I was out, I came across him with a cold cock right dead in his face, like he didn't see me coming.
Then she said,
and slammed him against the closet.
Yeah, she slammed me up against the closet, and then she said, I'm gonna take a shower. I said, what?
I would have been terrified.
I was.
I would have been
like, no. I took the longest shower ever. It was like a 45-minute shower.
I'd been longer. That would have been cold.
On minute 46, she busting in. Listen, water is splashing up. The quest was everywhere.
Yeah, that quest that you took was
it was man. It wasn't worth the journey of my butt getting wet.
And I went back to Cleveland.
That's an old school.
Yeah, I drove back to Cleveland that same night.
That's an old school. I
ain't go to school the next day.
I know you just had a real good belt. See, when you get a whipping, it's intentional on a belt they pick. They're not gonna pick that flimsy belt. They're
leather belt.
That good thick leather, the real leather.
And you might be lucky if you get the leather belt.
Real leather.
Yeah,
you know, they pick them.
I was like going to, but yeah, I knew he was trying to stay up there too long. I was like, okay, well, we'll just and see. He tried to lock the door.
A minute 46, it was over.
Yeah, he tried to lock the door like I didn't know how to pick it, and I just popped it. And
you did like it.
Oh,
told you she's a criminal.
Oh. Yeah.
That proves criminal.
Well, you know, I know how to pop it like too.
Yeah, it's hard.
You have to learn how to do these things.
Yeah, especially when you got kids. Because that's the first thing they try to do is lock you out their room.
Yeah, I have learned how to do it. I won't tell my trick, but I have learned. I mastered it. I can swipe.
They used to hate it because I knew how to break into their accounts on Facebook and all
that's why you block.
I don't. Yeah.
Is that why you block now?
No, that's when they made block. But I've been able before block happened.
Yeah. She did what? Block. Yeah, we good.
This was before block. Before they had to block, and they would sit up there and tell me, "No, I'm not." Okay. And I would break into their, you know, and then because I knew somebody that actually worked for Facebook. Remember?
I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna excuse myself from this conversation.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I gotta go.
See, I was one of those moms, yeah. But it kept her more. It didn't even matter with Essence. You know, she was just Essence was crazy. My daughter, that's the one that Keely went to school.
We went to school together.
Yeah.
No, okay.
That was
Shout out to everybody that went to FCI.
Yeah. When
FCI, what's that?
Exactly.
It was a school.
He said exactly.
Well, you know, the thing about it is the first 4 years were good. But then they started making the middle school and then the elementary school, and the closeness that they had, the way they did with the students when they first started, just went away, and they were just bringing any kind of teachers in, and it just became
what's
the ghetto school.
FCI?
Yeah, that's me.
It was FCI.
I was a student,
Academy.
so I remember correctionals in it, but I think that's something we put in it.
Yeah, that was.
But that's just how I remember.
Institute?
No,
I think that's what we used to say.
but it was truly. I mean, because it started from WC Handy, and the staff there left the WC Handy, picketed and everything, and they ended up started their own school, which was FCI, and it was only the high school for the first 4 years, and then it was great. I mean, like, it was awesome, and I was thinking, oh well, all my kids is gonna go here now, but then it just, poor thing. Yeah, and they end up having to close it down. Yeah.
The daycares and all, right?
Everything. Yeah, because I mean, what Posey?
All of it.
Pastor Posey.
Jesus loves you.
Jesus loves
Yes,
you.
amen.
Pastor Posey, Jesus loves
Amen.
you.
Amen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so many different aspects that just didn't go the way it was supposed to, and it went downhill.
Yeah.
It actually went down here the minute they put the middle school and the elementary school in, because they were just bringing any kind of. It wasn't the teachers that was in the high school. They truly cared about the students. Like they treated the students like they were their kids. Like if they got in trouble or anything else.
Did they hit them?
If they called and they were like, "Is it okay?" I was like, "Yep." Yeah. But because you trusted them. It's because no, they didn't do paddles. It was like
I'm talking about the ping pong paddle.
I went to a school that had paddles.
I went to Ridgeview and Gables.
Really? I thought they stopped paddles by the time. Yeah, I remember. I used to get paddled all the time.
They signed that paper because when I was in Ridgeview, they signed that restraint paper. It was a paddle paper and a restraint. My mom was like, "Nah, you ain't gonna hit him." But they go to restraint paper. They said, "Man, listen." They signed that paper. Listen.
I didn't go either.
I went.
Well,
my mom had me in Catholic school.
No, my mom wouldn't have.
So my teachers was with the rulers, which I would have rather the paddle than those rulers that they used to like take your hand and you had to have your. And if you did anything like this, it was 2 more.
Oh, no.
And it was one of those long rulers that and you just see.
Oh no, the ruler was cool.
Oh
no.
No.
Not here. Inside, you would. I'm telling you.
Remember, our paddle is this big. It's wood with 2 double rubbers on the end of it.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But
a ruler.
The smaller, everybody, it's just like the.
I can take a long strip like this instead of taking a round area.
If they take the smallest little piece, it hurts more than if they just pinched you like that. But if they take, that's how the ruler. I mean, like the ruler, and then if you get 2,
They tried that ruler stuff. We was like. All right, y'all was gonna mess up. Like that paddle, you'd be like, damn, hold up. It's my back.
They got your back?
Man.
No.
No, yeah, it was bad.
See, my mom had me scared to death. She had me scared to death of public school. She used to sit up there like when I went there. She would take me, like if I acted up at all, she would take me around a public school, and they had the bars on the window. She was like, they have the bars. Over there at Ohio Element, or what is that, Ohio?
She was like, you want to go to one of these schools?
Right.
Like, this is
she was like, you know why they got the bars on this? Because they will beat your A every day because they don't let. I mean, and I'd be like, Mommy, no, I don't want to. I'll be good. Like, she didn't even have to put no hands on me because she had me mentally scared to go to a public school. Yeah. Oh, my mom was. She used to make me think.
I didn't go to any public schools.
I did, and that was great. That was just fun.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She had me mentally scared. My mom was a mental, like, she used to do mental stuff. Like, I wanted to go to Sesame Street. She was like, okay, spin 10 times with your eyes closed and say Sesame Street. Said. She used to do stuff like that, so I would just keep doing it so much that I would just be so dizzy I'd start throwing up.
Hold on. What?
Yeah. Yeah, she used to do something. Okay, you remember Sesame Street?
I was like, hold on, yeah, I want to.
When you was little, you remember Sesame Street?
Yeah.
Well, I always be like, Mom, I want to go to Sesame Street. She was like, okay, spin about 10, 15 times. Keep saying Sesame Street. When you open your eyes, you'll be in Sesame Street.
On the damn floor.
And I would be like,
you see me right now? That's Sesame Street.
You're like,
oh,
hi, everybody. Hi, guys. How are you?
hey, how's it going?
Get another chair with them out there.
To spin.
So yeah, and I would be so sick. I would just be, and she
So
would
your
just
mom had a
be
sense of
cracking
humor.
up. No, that was, or like
she was laughing. That's a sense of humor.
I had a stuffed animal, Winnie the Pooh, and I told her I want to go to Winnie the Pooh's forest, and you know the tag that they have on there to show you how to wash your animals. Yeah. She's like, well, when you learn how to read, that'll tell you how. When I was little, so that's what made me start wanting to read, because I wanted to know how to get to the forest of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't.
You want to go to Sesame Street? Spin.
10 times.
Now go to bed.
Yeah, you made it to Sesame Street.
Sit down.
We got two more guests in the house tonight.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, my name is Patrice. I'm with Spotlight of Columbus. We have Capone, we have McKinley, and honey, tell me your name again, because I've been having so much fun with you today. I swear I have. This is like my homie today.
It's easy. It's
real easy. It's Amber.
Amber.
The best name ever. Amber.
What's up, Amber?
How you doing, Amber?
Nice to meet you.
And tell us who you guys are today.
My name's Elijah Banks. This is one of my producers. His name's Wax.
Hi, Wax. How are you? Hi, Elijah.
They just walked in and it was like, we don't know what the hell.
Hey, we walked into that conversation. I was like,
well, because they didn't even fall. You know, normally people would stop at the door. They just walked in like, hey, we're supposed to be here. It's our time.
Exactly.
All right, there you go. Now they smiling. They good. William, that's William.
He all the way over there.
You can't even see.
Yeah,
I can see him.
Chair. There you go.
You about to stand up, bro.
There you go.
No, you guys don't pick.
There you go.
You can talk to your big guy.
Okay, so because William, you were supposed to be the one to introduce him.
I know.
Put yourself on. There you go.
Well, without further ado, I do have my brother from another mother, Mr. Banks here. He is another portion of the Singers Hangout. That was where
we
I first
were just talking about that.
First
awesome.
You guys got to come out.
It's awesome.
Last Sunday of every month.
So it is the last Sunday.
Okay. And then we just got the got it. Yeah, we got the venue. It's established last Sunday. Synergy Salon.
Yep, right there on Broad.
Yep, right there on Broad.
Right before Town and Country.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Good,
right before Town and Country.
Okay, and it's the last Sunday of every month.
Last Sunday of every month.
Okay, so the last Sunday
I'm gonna be there.
Of this month is not the 20th. This when?
Is that the 29th?
Is it the 29th?
You said the last what?
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday is the
26th
or the 27th.
Okay, so we have to make sure that we have.
You got to be at the next one.
Actually, yeah.
So we're gonna be at the Park of Roses too.
On the 27th.
Oh, what's going on there?
It's during medieval time. Dudes be out there from like noon to 6.
I see that.
That was their last Sunday, bro. It went down.
Yep.
Have you seen that before? At the Park of Roses, where they actually have on Sundays where it's a medieval times where they really dress as medieval. I mean, and they
be with the swords and the.
They have swords.
They be with
they have guys that's doing flips and back and.
It's going down.
All of that.
Crazy.
All of
It's
it.
crazy. One of my bosses used to do that. Like he used to just do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's free.
Yeah,
it's free to go. And he would just like dress up and everything. I was like, yo, this dude's wild.
They got clams and all types of
and they literally, I mean, they have a website and everything. They added me to the place. Yeah, and it's like they are truly into. I mean, like, but it's so much fun to watch. I was thinking I might do it one day. I might come home sore and everything, but I think I can get you.
Just be
a nice little Xena warrior princess out there.
You know, with the boots and everything out there, like, you know.
Maybe that do something. I'm about to be out there like her.
He knows I really will go find a Xena outfit and be out there.
Don't encourage that.
Don't encourage.
Listen. Listen,
right.
when she does this, she's gonna be wanting me to come over and help her
for like 2 weeks.
Well, you just gonna help her get ready.
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
No. She's gonna be sore for 2 weeks. We're just gonna put
You're gonna have to get her out of bed, bro.
I'm like, listen, hello.
Right, I'm
Jesus
crawling
loves
down the steps.
Right,
I'm
Jesus,
you.
no, Jesus loves you.
Right.
I wish you would do that for me for real. Now
That's what I
want you to
You know
come
I love you. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there in spirit.
Don't get you a joke.
I'm playing.
Yeah, you
Encouraging it is gonna get her in trouble.
I can do it.
I think she.
I know you
I will have
can.
the Xena outfit and
Come
everything.
on.
You don't need your.
I really will.
Y'all gonna do? I'm gonna tape it because I thought this needs to be gone.
That's the part of it got fun.
Yeah,
I would dress up and just
That's how
stand.
it's judging like a black.
I would just dress up and stand there.
They gonna get you.
I'm gonna dress up and stand there and dare somebody to hit me with one of them dang on things for real.
You can't dare.
They gonna come under
Dare you.
your
I
heel.
double
You
dog
can't
dare.
dare. That's
Listen,
part of it.
I'm gonna put out a disclaimer just like I'm doing now. I'm be like, hey, you hit me, I hit back.
Oh, no, you
Just hit with the sword.
You hit me, I hit
Hit
back.
with the sword.
I don't know how to use a sword. I know how to use these though.
You stay out of it. You
Okay.
stay out.
He want to take his fist.
Yeah, he
don't wanna play
That's
right.
the whole
Now,
thing.
Y'all
now if
don't
you
play
say
right.
if you say Greek philosophy type stuff, I'm down for that. I'd be Zeus any.
Oh, do they dress up like that too?
There are some events. No, there are
Not
some
the
people.
Not for this particular one.
Not for this. I thought it was not I said if there was an event like that, if there was an event like that, it's going down.
Different themes, like different stuff.
I'm done with you.
I'm
Yeah, I already know. Like, okay, so we're gonna
Back to the music.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on. Okay.
Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
We're back.
All right. And go ahead. No, you got it. You got
They're
it.
your
You got
guests. I want you to ask the
it.
questions.
My back hurt. I can't ask no questions right now.
See, how old is he?
Just stand straight up.
With the mic like this?
I
I like my voice when I'm like this, though.
Okay, so well, I'm gonna ask.
Sounds
Okay, so
manly.
tell me what
Real
do you do? What events that you have coming up besides the
Sing up.
yes, sing out.
So I do have a few like smaller shows booked. I got some big news, but I can't really say too much
You guys
about
are
it.
killing me.
I can't really say too much about
it.
Are you an artist too?
No, he's
what's your
a
name?
designer.
I'm a fashion designer.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Okay, listen.
And he just
listen.
said the same thing, like I got something coming up.
I just don't want to
Talk
speak
about
too
it.
soon.
Okay.
You know, and
I'm
you
gonna
guys got
speak it
to do
into existence.
Exactly. So it's definitely gonna be a festival here in Columbus. I'm not gonna drop no names.
It start with age?
No.
Oh, okay.
And we have
got
a
phone call.
caller.
No.
Thank you for calling Oh, you haven't even answered it yet, have you? Thank you for calling WTMH Radio Spotlight of Columbus. Who are we speaking with today? Okay, can you speak up a little louder for me, hon? I can barely hear you.
Yeah. Shut your phone up.
Or your voice.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on. She said, Didi, Jaquela. Yeah, you gotta speak up.
I can't hear.
Got that little mouse voice.
Yeah, you got a little petite voice, hon. I heard you say, "Can you hear me?" And that was it.
This is Dee.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, honey. How are you? So, what do you want to touch on today?
Why are you calling?
Why are you messing with her? Leave her alone.
She got a button.
You better
Bring me the
not.
button.
You better not.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to just say.
Oh, you good?
Go ahead, Dee Dee. Go ahead. What you got to say, hon? Dee Dee, babe, come up on the phone just a little bit. We still can barely hear you. You sound, your voice is so soft, babe.
Dee Dee, you gotta say.
I know she's talking about the schools.
Yeah, and I heard you say something about the schools. What was that?
Our kindergarten teacher had to work me
Oh,
with a paddle in front of the whole class.
Oh no!
in front of the whole class.
What happened?
My mom wasn't having that.
Oh no!
My mom wasn't having that.
They paddled us in the office.
Don't touch me.
I wasn't getting paddled at all. Ever.
What school did you go to that they paddled you?
CCC. I don't think they do it no more. It was a Christian school.
Down south, they do that for sure.
Not bad.
So only you guys got paddles. Why you rushing her off?
She talking in my ear. She been talking all the time.
Oh, she. Oh. Yeah, she really is.
Uh-huh.
But I was talking to her recently and she sat at the table with my head down, and I turned around and looked at her. So I turned down at her.
Mm-hmm.
Bent me over her knee.
She bent her over.
She bent you over her knee.
With the paddle.
That's too much. That's too much. My mom didn't let me do. You always got something to say.
My mom wouldn't have none of that. You didn't touch me at all. Period. You was not.
Now I got the ruler on the hand, but wasn't nobody turning me over.
My mom wasn't doing none of that. You wasn't going to touch me with a ruler, a paddle, your hand. You better not do no physical force towards me. My mom would have shut that food down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know,
okay, Didi, because you're still low. So what?
We can hear you.
No, I can hear her.
What she say? What she just?
I didn't just hear it this time. But I heard when she was talking about the paddle and sitting here and somebody putting her and the teacher putting her over her knee. I did hear that.
Hey, Didi, baby, I'm talking to you later, all right?
Jesus loves you.
Yeah, bye, Didi.
Thank you, Didi.
I hate trying to hear.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what she called me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Okay, so we're gonna go back to you.
Okay.
Back to you and what you were saying. You were saying, okay, you don't want to talk about it, but it's gonna be a festival. It's gonna be big. He said this H, and then you stopped.
And then album is out August 14th.
Oh, and what's the name of the album?
Don't have a name for it yet, but just actively working like literally every day. Me and my boy Reg right
Are
here.
you a singer?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I sing a little bit. This weekend was Cinco de Mayo.
I was gonna put
Drinking.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was drinking,
It
big drinking.
yeah, it
Cinco
was
de Mayo, it was crazy. It was a good time though.
So did William tell you as far as how you can put your music on?
We played it earlier today.
That was it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Might want to tell me something.
I did say something. I did.
You
That's
gotta
what I
say something.
We opened up the show.
That's what we did.
That's what we trying to figure out.
I'm not on it right now.
It wasn't on your mind.
Okay, and introduce us to you guys. Come on over here on. Yeah, because you're part of it too. So you come on over here and talk too.
The producer.
Boy Reg.
Yeah.
Wax.
My name is Wax. Usually people call me by Reg. Now looks like a bunch of middle names.
Y'all hear that producer voice come in?
I heard it.
So my name Red.
But actually, I've been knowing Elijah for about 6 years. Great artist to work with. And we kind of just continued building off of that. As far as production, we also have a studio that we should be opening up in the next month or so down in the Strongwater building. So,
Okay.
kind of want to bring, I feel like Columbus has a lot of great talent, but
Exactly.
everyone's spread out doing their own thing. And if I feel like we can be all in one place as far as creativity, I think we can come up with some great production as well as, try to put, I wouldn't say Columbus on, but, be like the bigger cities like the LA, New York City.
Exactly. And I know I sound repetitive with this, but this is exactly what this show is about. It's about bringing out the talent and that we have here in Columbus, Ohio, because a lot of people don't know because they don't have that platform to show it. That's what this is for, the platforms, so you can talk about the things that you're bringing out and the talent,
Right.
whether it's a producer, a singer, an artist, a designer, a landscape, whatever it is, because Columbus is expanding so much.
Right.
And to get all of it out there, I feel like myself, we have just as much talent as those Atlanta and everything. It's just that it's not out there the way they have it out there, which is what we need.
We wanted to build something off of, as far as an educational piece, it's actually in Franklinton, which they're building that area up as well.
Right.
But as far as, being an engineer, producer, writer, there's a right way to do things. And, we want to put out quality work.
Exactly.
As well as helping everyone out, because I kind of feel like that's the new thing. Everybody wants to produce, grab the laptop, but, there's other factors that come into play. So
as far as quality.
Quality, right.
Yeah,
so.
quality. And I know you wanted to say something.
No, I just wanted to hit on what you said. Like everybody, like the talent is here. Everybody thinks they got to move to LA or
yeah,
New York.
and they don't.
No,
And the thing about it is, it's harder to get noticed out in those areas because it's so saturated.
Yep.
A lot of people are coming back here for the simple fact they're getting more, notoriety here than they would if they were in Atlanta, California, all of those, Miami.
And the internet is huge too. I mean,
Exactly.
you don't have to go anywhere. You could literally become famous on your phone now.
Right.
So
exactly.
that's huge.
And
Exactly.
I think we had that first initial conversation
Yeah.
that we had about how everything is so saturated everywhere else, or say artists do concerts and go bounce around to different areas and don't even come to the capital city about it because they're like, for what?
Like
they don't know the
shockingly, Justin Timberlake is here tonight.
Yeah.
Like, but that's a shock though. You know what I mean?
Because he usually goes to
To
Cleveland.
Cincinnati, Cleveland, he's never.
Hey, they'll fly right over Columbus.
That's
Exactly.
like Beyonce's coming here.
Yeah.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
all your
right? I mean,
you got your tickets. I know you.
I know he got his ticket.
I'm going to the one in Cleveland.
Oh,
It's
you
the day
are?
before my birthday. So
Oh,
it was
okay,
like
okay.
only right.
Well, yeah,
It's
only
crazy.
right. Because that I knew you weren't going to miss that.
No.
Not at all.
It's really a shame. You guys really have no clue. It's really ridiculous.
No, believe me, he's been on here, and that's what he talks about. He said that's his idol.
Listen, I'm serious. It goes down.
I've never been to a Beyonce show, but I heard they're amazing.
He can do
But
one.
she's so.
like everything right now.
Oh my God!
Performance was like.
Just go ahead.
But she is a true performer. It's not that she has multi talents. I mean, she's
And
a
that's what I
writer.
heard.
She's a singer. She can dance her butt off.
She can
Yeah,
teleport.
she's really multi-talented. But again, that's what we're talking about as far as more people, more of the not fan base, but as far as celebrities. Or we're seeing more of them coming here to Columbus instead of around Columbus, where you got to drive 2 hours just to see them. They're literally coming here now, which I think is great because it's showing that we have that expansion, and they're seeing our progress, and they're seeing the talent.
Yeah.
That we.
And
have
then
here.
having those big artists here too kind of opens up the door for like us local dudes to open up for them. Like that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm like, yeah, come. You know what I mean? Because I want to open up for you. I want to meet you. I want to meet your producer.
A lot of the promoters here, if you just reach out to them, if you find the right promoter that's working with those, if you talk to them and let them know what you want to do, they'll implement that as long as you give them a good time frame to do it, where they will have you open up for them and to give you that notoriety.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's huge.
So tell us more about what made you decide you wanted to be producer, how you got it started, and that's with both of you as well.
I kind of got started, I would say, about when I was 15 years old. I'm originally from Cincinnati, and so my family, they came from their musical background. My uncle, he's I wouldn't say the top gospel artist, but he kind of started doing gospel music in Nashville. For me, I was more on the technical side of things. So went to college my freshman year and said, hey, I want to waste a bunch of money when I was 19, and went out to school on the West Coast. Got a 4-year education. Been doing live sound ever since. But as far as producing, I've always really been intrigued by, different sounds, and there's a science to everything. So I kind of felt like there was a need for me to educate people as I traveled with artists and doing this stuff.
So what brought you back to Columbus?
Actually, I was working for a company, and we were doing a bunch of corporate events. So that's what kind of brought me back here to Columbus. It's easy living. I always knew I wanted to come back here and kind of make an impact here into the city. So I think we've been doing that pretty well.
And tell me how you guys started. Like, what was your inspiration?
So it's a crazy story actually. So I have a brother. He is he's exactly 11 months younger than me, and he started rapping first. And like he would put on like talent shows for the family and stuff like that, and I would like record him. And then one day I was humming, and he was like, "Bro, like whatever you're humming, like say that out loud." And ever since that moment, I've just been making music.
It was just ding.
Yeah.
We call it, what do we call it? I made a word up for it, and we don't listen to them because they always say it's the zing.
Exactly.
That's what I call it, as it's the zing, where you just get, it's that defining moment where you're like, this is it. This is what I want to do.
Yep. For me, that moment would have been last year, March 2017. I performed at a Raw Showcase. It's like a showcase of like all the talent in Columbus. So I did that, and I remember walking out on stage. It was like 300 people looking at me, and I just remember like looking back, and I was like, "This is what I want to do for the rest of my life."
That's a good showcase.
Yeah,
I did one in Cleveland and one here.
Yeah, they came back like a month ago.
Yeah,
Shadowbox Live. Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah,
well put together too.
And they let you move around with them. So like once you're like a part of it, like the first one I did, I lived in Cleveland, and then
they invited us. They were like, since you guys sold all your tickets, like come to another one, but we just never linked back up. So
nice. Not see.
That's a good way to book a spot like outside of Ohio.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. That is true.
Well, that's one of the things we were speaking of too, because I, with all how big, because I was telling him when I first seen you guys, it was like, it was in an apartment and it was like 5 or 6 people. Then it grew to 15, 20 people. And that, and it's getting bigger and bigger every time. And like what, I was telling him, like, in my head, I was thinking like as far as a fashion show and you guys in intermissions, like as you feed off of each other. Because I was telling them how you do it. It's like somebody can be singing and the next person comes in and they go off of what they started.
Exactly.
But they finish into something else, and it can be where they're rapping or, poetry or anything like that. And I was telling him that would be so awesome in between intermissions with the fashion shows,
that is a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, we might have to plug that in.
Yeah. And I was just talking about, I think that would be so great. If that would be something that can be put together, which my head just started just spinning on the just different things at that point, because I just think it would be awesome and because again, it's just so much talent here. Now we always do this, and we never tell anybody we're going to do this, but we always put you on the spot.
Okay.
It was Cinco de Mayo just a few days ago.
No excuses.
Just a few days ago.
No excuses.
No excuses.
4 bars.
Can we get
a few bars?
4 bars.
Get something new on them.
Yeah.
Can I get a beat?
Give him a beat, Capone. Give him a beat. Give me a beat.
All right, Janet.
I don't even know. Y'all say it right now. I'm like,
we do this with everyone.
4 bars. I don't know what to play, honestly. I got so much stuff in.
Okay.
Can you use this?
I got it. I just need to hear it drop real quick. I'm gonna rap because the singing vocals. Can you give me something more upbeat?
Only beats I got in here. These is all originals from around the state.
Okay.
Yeah, like
so I
mean, I can try another one. I'm picking everything slower. Let's try that one.
Okay, this will work.
This one we have straight dude. This only one I know that's up tempo. I'm like,
yeah. Okay, I'm playing the same old games, this ain't Monopoly. Go ahead, girl, I got a game, get on top of me. Feel like Yeezy, Mr. West in the building. You on your Snapchat more than you in your feelings. I told you crazy, you know that you crazy. How many times you gonna say that dick? A million? Way out of no way, dog, like I done made room. I got these Ray-Bans on cause it's the shade room. Ooh, I just popped 2 Advil in the morning. She wake up, homely, cloudy and stormy. Call Mom Duke, can't exaggerate, you know it's bad. Wait, it's like I woke up to an overdraft.
Woo! Good job. I like that. I like that. And that was after Cinco de Mayo.
And that was, I was going to sing, but
I thought you was going to sing. That's why I was like,
that's why I was like, give me something a little bit more upbeat. All right.
But that was nice.
I appreciate
and we do that. We do that with everybody.
I figured I was like, I'm probably going to have to have something.
But that was nice. Now, I want you guys to know, as far as, any, your people, the people that, follow you and everything, make sure that, we want them to see this. We want them to hear you. But the thing, we want to keep it coming. We're talking about, like, especially at the end of the year, where we do a party where we bring everybody back. We're gonna bring everybody back that we
Definitely
had on the show. And in my mind is that exactly what I was talking about doing, like have something where he does something with the design and you guys do something as far as performance, as you know. So it's going to be really, 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 really nice.
Yeah.
You know, but I want to bring everybody back that, you know, I actually had on the show, because I appreciate Amber. I appreciate Keely. Really, I do. I appreciate you guys coming in too, because I mean, everybody has their busy times. But again, I want to stress that this is what this show is about, is bringing all, I mean, everybody in here is talented in some type of way, you know, and that's what, you know, and the thing about it is TV and local is fine, but with doing it through the YouTube and the Google apps, you have such a tremendous, I mean, like a huge.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is this on right now?
Well, what you can do, we have the Google app that you can listen to it, and it's WTMH Radio.
Because I'm going to share it once I leave here.
Columbus. You can also watch us. We're live right now. Like everything we're doing is live. So they're seeing everything right now. And that's on YouTube, and that's the same thing. WTMH Radio / Spotlight of Columbus.
So everything's on that.
Yeah,
site.
and even if you put WTMH, you can see every show that we do here on the radio station.
Okay.
While you're here, that we can act, because we're also going to be showing Keely and Amber as far as because this is a portion of everything that I mean, upstairs is. What do you call it?
You going to show your stuff?
Yeah, no. It's actually the radio station and everything else we have going on. And I'm going to say how you guys say it. It's life.
Stop it.
No, but I mean, like it's we have a studio up there. We have a TV TV station where we actually do TV shows up there as well. Not only that, but I mean listening parties. I mean, it's all kind of things that we're going that's going on that we do. So we would love for you to stay to see that as well.
Oh, absolutely. Count me in.
So how is your phone charging up if you still got it? We got to take pictures.
We all right. I got
it. So we got 3 minutes. Oh my gosh, that went by so fast.
So real quick.
That went by so fast.
Start from the right. Social media network.
Yeah, tell them how they can reach you.
All the way around.
Talk about what's going on next.
Yeah. Talk about we got 3 minutes. So we want to find out where they can find you at. Go.
So on Facebook, look, Akili, AKILI Cooper. Or find me at Jahi, Jahi. Instagram, Jahi by Akili. What's coming up next for me? October 28th, the Chandelier Gala. I am the finale designer. There's a total of 6 designers from Columbus. Some of the top designers last year. There was Joan Madison. Shout out to Joan. There was Juan. There was a lot of great designers, and this year the lineup is even more amazing. I'll be showing 2 great collections. One is really great. I'm super excited about it. I am. It's inspired by everything I love right now.
Just like I want to see it now.
Yeah, there's Billie Jean inspirations and everything, so I'm super excited. And to see all the designers.
And Miss Amber, how can we reach you?
I can be reached on Facebook. Amber Nicole on Facebook. Instagram, I have 2 pages. So if you're looking for me, you can find me at Amber Said So, Amber _ so on Instagram, or you can find my business page. It's Anique Productions. That's ANIC Productions with an S on the end.
Shuns.
Yes. Shuns. Many. All of my productions.
All of them.
Yeah.
You do this.
All of them.
And how can we reach out?
So for me, anything social media wise, it's all under Elijah Banks.
Elijah Banks.
ELIJAH space BANKS. What's next for me?
See how you spelled that without you having to tell them.
What's next for me? I'm shooting a video for Say Something on June 2nd.
Okay.
So expect that. And then I want to do something real cool. I like performing, but I kind of want to give people a dope experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like an acoustic set, 3 to 5 songs. Nice. I'm gonna just put it on YouTube, like live band behind me. Mm-hmm. That way, like you can continue to get that experience, like even if I'm not doing the show.
That would be great.
So,
that would be
great. Just something that I'm working on. Reg?
Come on, Reg. Come on, we got to hear from you too.
So you can actually, as far as like producing and engineering, or if anybody needs like tips, you can actually reach out to me directly on Instagram, which is waxw.a.x_. as far as studio and recording, shooting for June 1st. So hopefully everything gets finished up, and I actually want to do probably about a month of open house for people to come in for about an hour, 45 minutes, test it out, see what they like. Because again, we're trying to create a vibe around that Franklinton area. It's very creative people, a lot of creative people inside of that building. So again, you can actually reach out to me for studio. Is at abingtonstudio@gmail.com. That's ABINGTON studio@gmail.com. So,
that is awesome.
I appreciate you.
Really appreciate you.
Well,
You want your social too.
Okay. So, my easy. I got a couple of them. Patrice WTTS. You know, at what is it? Instagram. But we got Spotlight of Columbus. You can just if you put Spotlight. But you can also go to Spotlight of Columbus on Facebook. You can go to Spotlight of Columbus on Instagram. All you gotta do is put that in, it'll immediately come up.
And pretty soon, we'll have a setup to where if you email her, the response is going to have all the information and flyers, upcoming shows, banners, and all that stuff. So we're working towards the email next to get that push for all the.
Who gave you that look like?
Because every time somebody asks her, she's like, "Damn it, where's the information?"
No, because I know.
What's the email?
It's slcwthradio@yahoo.com.
Boom. That's the second time within almost a year that she's gotten that right without messing up one letter.
That wasn't even necessary to say, was it?
You know, man, you go back and watch the reruns and watch it.
You're like, dang, you get her every
time. Right. Well, I would like to thank everybody out there that has been listening, watching, my supporters. You guys are awesome. I'm sorry that our Facebook feed actually left out, but that's one of the reasons why I want you to actually go on our YouTube page, go on Google app to watch us as well. We really appreciate you. We will see you again next Monday, 6 to 8, WTMH Radio Spotlight of Columbus. We see you next week. Thank you.
Peace.
Hey.
To get my mind, gotta say something. To get my heart back, baby, you gotta say something. My skinny jeans, your leggings. No two one do better. But you gotta love yourself first before I can be that nigga. Go a little bit of search. Get in touch with your feelings. You hit your 9 to 5. You living against the vibe. I'll be your Mufasa. I'm your Dio. I'm your lion. I don't really care about your feelings or your diet. No, you ain't working. Working sick and tired. I can be the vibe you're trying to find in my mind. Yeah, you gotta say something to get my heart back, baby. You gotta say something. Say nothing, I'll find it something blue. I close my eyes and I just hope it's you. Hope it's you. You gotta say something. Whole house looking like a scene at an Insecure. Talk about dreams, but you think it fit. Floating through life cause it's sink or swim. Take what you want by the horns and ride. You only want truth, but they told you lies. Get on your knees when you pray to God, and that's a capital G when I'm saying God. Really want me, then I say it's time. Spitting that flame like it's 99. All the girls from the 99 to 2000s know what's up when it's time to grind. You don't call or text me ever. Girl, I gotta see some effort. I don't mean no wine on Friday. And we chillin' watching Netflix. You're mine. Yeah. You gotta say something to get my heart back, baby. You gotta say something. Say nothing, I'll find it through someone new. I close my eyes and I just hope it's you. Hope it's you. You gotta say something. lost too much too soon to sit and keep quiet. Can't watch you walk out, you someone that I vibe with. No IG posting, we just moving in silence. Get a mile a minute, and I finally found my mind. Yeah. You gotta say something to get my heart back, baby. You gotta say something. Say nothing, I'll find it through someone new. I close my eyes and I just hope it's you. Hope it's you. You gotta say something.